We are, as Germany, committed to fight discrimination and racism in any form. This is also on the basis, as a background of Germany's history. This is enshrined in the German constitution. Today's event has as one of its goals to talk about possibilities how Dalits, Roma, and Sinti, Oro, or Quilombolas are given the protection needed to safely access water and sanitation and not be discriminated. We will also take a strong gender perspective. The human rights to water and sanitation for all are an urgent global priority. So we look forward to listening to an incredible list of regional experts and civil society representatives today.
Discrimination based on work and descent is a form of discrimination prohibited by international human rights law. Regional and international bodies, including UN, United Nations bodies, and regional intergovernmental bodies, and so on, including private sectors such as corporations, schools, hospitals, labor unions, and so on, should provide assistance to effort toward the effective elimination of discrimination based on work and descent.
Panelists with diverse backgrounds from UN, Special Rapporteur on Water and Sanitation, activist lawyer, anti-slavery, anti-discrimination and human rights activist, and academic activist from Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Really thank them for their effort to be here. They will bring us their experience at the UN and its policies to right to water and sanitation, as well as the situation on the ground, especially with some of the most vulnerable communities in Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
When we talk about the 2.2 billion people without access to safe drinking water and the 4.2 billion people without access to sanitation, sometimes we hear about, to talk about scarcity, but properly is not the problem. Of course, we have problem of scarcity. We are talking about 2.2 billion people, but properly 2.2 billion impoverished people or marginalized people who live next to a polluted river. And this is the big issue.
Each year, dozens, if not hundreds of sanitation workers like them die in Pakistan. Others get injured and infected with various diseases. In return for this hazardous and life-threatening work, they get about $2 wage per day. All existing state policies and practices of discrimination based on work and descent, including discriminatory recruitment policies. And last, but not the least, embracing the segregated neighborhoods of these disadvantaged minorities come sanitation workers in the development agenda who are responsible to provide sanitation to the Pakistani society.
Even though slavery was abolished in Mauritania, well, there are still victims of the slavery system. And one of the big consequences of the system is that the Haratin community, even though it is a majority community, is discriminated against in all domains of life. The main problem is a problem of will. And it is the will of our governments that has to be put in question. The governments do not want to find solutions to the problem. They do not want to find a sustainable solution to the water problem.
75% of the Quilombola population is under poverty. Brazil has been stepping back on public policy. The way that Brazil is taking care of this population under the pandemic COVID-19. Quilombola communities are not even counted.
The permanent mission of Germany and the permanent mission of Spain to the UN is taking leadership in this issue of resolution of water and sanitation. And you're finding a way in which these communities can be mentioned in the resolution. I think it will make a lot of difference. It is one of the foundation blocks to address the gross human rights violations, starting with water and sanitation. So thank you very much. And the floor is yours, Madam Ambassador Maria Bassols. Over to you, Madam.
Not just in data, in numbers, but in realities. There are people that are living in these communities all days, and they don't have access to adequate sanitation, adequate drinkable water, even though they are suffering from scarcity. These rights are universal. Is our challenge, is the key challenge of the governments, of the permanent missions that we are hearing here, but also is the challenge of the civil society, of the United Nations, and of all the international organizations that can help to make this real.
Thank you, all the panelists. Thank you.